All right. So before we create a campaign, there's a very first setup that uh we need to fix. If you go to your settings, if you go to your settings, then you go to emails, you come down here, you will see I have Outlook here. I have an Outlook email here. So now, if you don't have an Outlook email, because this is going to serve as the sender's email. The sender's email is going to be this Outlook. If you read the message, they said there's a warning here. It says, with Google and Yahoo no policy, email sent from a free email address are likely to end up in the spam box and hurt your business. It's highly recommended to send emails from your own custom domain. But since we don't have a custom domain, we can actually use this Outlook. So Outlook is just like a free mailing service like Gmail. So we're still going to make use of it. So if you don't have one, you can actually go to Outlook, can actually create a new one. Let's go to uh, Outlook, sign up. You can go to Outlook, sign up. If you go to Outlook, sign up, then you come here, click on the first one, or you go to signup.live.com. It's going to create an Outlook account. So first of all, you create this account. It says signup.live.com. You can actually go there. So you go to create a new account. So now you can actually create a new account from here. All right. So going back to this, so after creating this Outlook account, you come back here, you uh click here to confirm your email address. Then you're going to enter the Outlook account here. So you enter the Outlook account, at Outlook, outlook.com. So this is how you're going to enter it. If you click on save, they're going to send an OTP to this particular Outlook account. Then you now go to that Outlook account and verify it. So if you come here to show you, once the OTP has been verified, if you come back here, here is going to show verified. All right. So after this, you can now go ahead and start creating your campaign. So basically, that is the first thing you need to do before you dive into campaign. So let's go back to campaign. Since my own is linked, I'll come here. If you click on create, and let me say the campaign is going to be, since my squeeze page is all about Nike shoes, let me just say Nike shoes. So then select the sender's email. So on the sender's email, this is where you can select the Outlook account here. Select it as the sender's email. So the description is optional if you want to add a description. But if you don't want to add a description, you can actually leave it. Then click on save. You click on save. Okay. You have exceeded the limit of your plan. So say that we are working on a free plan. So let me just go ahead and delete this campaign and recreate it again. All right. So let me go here. I'll say Nike shoes. Nike shoes. Then I'll select the sender's email. I'll select the sender's email, which correspond with the Outlook account I created. Then I'll click on save. If you click on save, then you come back here and click on that Nike shoes. You click on that Nike shoes, the name of the campaign. Click on the name of the campaign. You click on the name of the campaign, it's going to open here. Then you click on create. If you click on create, Then now you can add the subject of the email and the sender's name and the sender's uh, email. So here, this subject is actually when you are sending somebody an email, the subject of the email, that is what we're going to enter here. And again, if we want our email not to end up inside the spam box, because our goal is for us to uh for our email to land inside the inbox, not on the spam box, because that's where we can have the opportunity uh to actually get a conversion. All right. Then now there are so many things to consider when picking up uh writing your subjects. So the subject line is very, very important, and it has a way of checking if it's actually going to pass a specific mark. Just like if you go to let's go and generate a subject. Let's go to ChatGPT and generate some subject for this email. So if I go to chat now, I can say generate generate email. Okay, let me just say generate subjects for email campaign. Email campaign on Nike shoes. Okay, so to generate some subject lines for us, then we can now come here. Then we'll now test each and every uh subject line that was generated, because you can't just go ahead and start using it. So go to a particular website called sendcheckit.com. Sendcheckit.com. So if you go to sendcheckit.com, then I like to know. So this is where we're going to test the subjects. So if the subject line score is below 90% or 90 points, there's a high percentage that your email is going to land inside the spam box. All right, so let's go ahead and check. I'm going to check this one. Nike shoes on sale. Okay, so let me check this. If I come back here, I will paste and click on test subjects now. So if you watch this is 79 points. So this is not okay. So you have so many criteria of checking this. We'll have the scannability, we'll have the reading grade level, we'll have the length, then and we'll have the sentiments, and we'll have so many other things that are used as criteria to rate this particular email. So let me check this again. 79. So let's go ahead and check other subject lines. I will come here, elevate your performance. It's actually difficult to get into test email. So here I have 81 points. I'm looking for the one that can give me hundreds. Elevate your performance. I have 81 points. New Nike arrive. Okay. Okay. Let me see this. Okay, let me see this now. Um, I'm on send check it. Test again. 79 points. Unleash your potentials. Okay, let me unleash your potential with Nike shoe, top rated shoes. Let me see. Okay, so if you watch this, this is above 90 points. All right, I think this is a more detailed one that we can use. So let's go ahead and use this. So I'll just still copy it, come back here and paste. So what I did basically is that I removed the exclamation mark. If you watch here, this is unleash your potential with Nike top rated shoes. If you come back here, you see that it has an exclamation mark. So if you come here, you remove it because on the criterias, if you come back here, you see that they have a from at exclamation mark. I think somewhere it's part of the criteria here. So it shouldn't have an see, no exclamation mark found. So the subject line shouldn't have an exclamation mark. So when you're testing your subject lines, make sure you don't have an exclamation mark there. All right. So coming back to the campaigns, so I'll paste my subjects, the sender's name, and then the sender's email. Then I'll leave it on classic editor, then click on save. If you click on save, and now we can write the body of the the email. So this is where you can enter the body of the email. So I'll still go back to chat and tell it to give me the body. Okay, let me just say also write the body of the email. Okay, so to write the body of the email, it's giving me two responses. So I think I'll choose one. I think I'll choose one. So allow it to do its job. So it's giving me this subject. Okay, the body of the email is giving me the body of the email in bullets, but I just don't want anything like bullets. Prefer this one. Okay, let me check. It says it's the shorter one. It's time to elevate your game with the latest, greatest from Nike. Okay. Check. Okay. So I think I like this response. This one is shorter. Prefer this. So now, but this responses this response came with the bullets. So and I want to remove the bullets, so I can still tell it to uh remove the bullets. Remove the bullets. All right. So it will have just give me a very nice plain text. Mm. So it's giving me it's time to elevate your game with the latest, greatest from Nike. Okay. Whether you're aiming to dominate your workouts and so on. So I can now go ahead and can copy this. Can copy this, or if you still want to tweak it to something that you can. So let me come back here. If you still want to tweak it to something that will tailor to your business, you tweak it. So now I'm going to paste the response I got from ChatGPT here. So if you paste it here, then I want if the user enters their name, and if the message is going to be sent to the users, their name will be here, like hello, first name. Because on our script page, we are collecting the person's email and the person's first name. So we want the person's first name to be called out here. So we're going to remove this and come back here and look for personalization substitutes. Since we are collecting the person's name, so we'll come here, collect this substitute. It's going to use to substitute the person's first name. So come here and paste the substitutes here. You paste the substitutes here. uh, so you allow it. So we'll have you check other things. If you want to add images, you can insert images. If you don't want to insert images, you can allow it. Whichever way you want to structure your email, then do that. So after that, after structuring your email, then you can now go ahead and do save and publish. You click on save and publish. On save and publish, then now if the user sign up from your script page, then this message is going to fire. It's going to fire this message, okay? Because we'll have this email will be sent to after, okay? Then you choose after the person signed up. So we're not going to add a delay to this because sometimes you want to schedule some email that will be sent after some days or after some hours or after some weeks. All right, so just like a follow-up email. So now this is not a follow-up email. This email is going to trigger immediately the person submits their email and their name. So after that, we're not going to change anything here. So we're not going to add a delay here. So there's no delay here. So you can also go ahead and click on activate. So if you click on activate, this email will be sent when the person enters their email. So going back to this, I'll click on is it, since I've saved, I didn't make any changes. You can still go ahead and save if you make any changes. Then after this, you can click on is it. Then if I want to still create a follow-up email that will be sent after this one, so you still go ahead and click on create. Then if you click on create, then you now go and look for another subject line that will still relate to, let me go back to this. Okay, let me say I want to grab this one. Let's schedule a follow-up email now. I'll copy this, come back here. Okay, let me check. Let me test it. Let me test the score of this subject line because we wouldn't want our email to land in the spam box. So I'm removing the exclamation mark because on these criteria for rating the subject lines, it is not allowed to enter, and it is not advisable to enter an exclamation mark here. So let me test this. If I test this, let me test the subject line now. So if you watch, I have 79, 78 points for this. Okay, so this is why you should be able to significantly improve the subject. Has a scannability higher than 5. Okay, so and other things. So the ones showing green are the one that uh is okay, but the ones showing red are the ones that is not okay. Some potentially spamming words found. So all these things are the criteria that makes it not okay to use. So let's go ahead and check another one. All right. Getting, let me check this. Okay, I'll paste. test. So if I test this, I have 84 points. Let me remove this exclamation mark. I have 88 points. It's coming up. So let me check for other ones. I have this number one. Let me check this one. Okay, sorry. Let me test this. I believe this one should be 89. 89 points. So what's going to be the problem? Let's make it 91. Step up your game. New Nike styles. So let's see. Has a scannability higher than 5. So which other criteria should it fail? Okay, some bad tab words found. Check. Bad, some bad tab words found. Let's say step up your game. Yeah. So which one is a bad words? So let me just check another one. Run, jump, win. I think this is going to fly. Test this. 84. Okay. So let's test this one as the last one. We couldn't find, okay, this is 90, but I needed 90 something. Let me remove this exclamation mark here. So it's supposed to be here. Okay, so now I have 95. So I'm taking this guy from here, paste the subject, then I have my sender name, my sender's email, click on save. So remember, we are trying to create a follow-up email. Okay, so go back to this. I'll say create a new uh create a new body of the email. Create a new body of the email. All right. So this is a follow-up email that we're trying to create. Follow-up email. So I'll just grab this from here to here. You can go ahead and read it and check if it's aligned to whatever service that you want to offer. So I'll paste this, come back here, take my personalization substitute, get this guy from here. I'll replace it. Then this is a follow-up email. So now I'll click on save and publish. But now it's going to send, this email will be sent after this. Okay. And the delay, will have a delay of maybe after 1 day. I'll just put 1. Okay. Time when the email should be sent. You can actually set a time when the email will be sent. Set a time, a particular time. Let me say 8 p.m. Then day of the week when the email should be sent. You want a particular day of the week. So you can actually, if you don't want this, you can just click on activate. Click on activate, and we'll have 2 emails that is going to fire when the person enters their emails. So now if you watch this, there's no delay for this, but this one has a delay. Okay. Then after creating this campaign, after creating the emails for the campaign, then let's go and automate this message, because now it's not yet automated. Okay, so let's go to, if you go back to sales funnel, then go back to Nike shoes. So if you go back to Nike shoes, then remember, make sure that this is on squeeze page. Make sure you select the squeeze page, not the thank you page. Select the squeeze page, go to automation rule, then let's create a rule. If you go here, you go to add. If you go to add, then you go to trigger. We'll set a trigger first. So this trigger, funnel step from subscribed, occurs when a contact has just subscribed through a form. So immediately they subscribe through a form, it's going to, what is it going to do? It's going to, okay, this is the funnel, and this is the squeeze page. So when they are subscribed, what is the action? What is the next action? That's what we're going to set here. And the action is going to do what? Subscribe them to campaign. You're going to subscribe them to campaign. And which campaign is that? The campaign for the Nike shoes. Then after that, you click on save. All right. Click on save. We've actually set up the email, and we've actually automated it. So now let's go ahead and test our email. So if you go back to step configuration, I'm going to copy this. I'll copy this, and let me paste it in a different browser. So I'm going to share a different browser. I'm going to share my screen to a different browser. Okay. So now, I think this is owned by one of you. I just opened it here. And this one too. So let me just, so I'll paste the link here. So I'll paste it here. Allow it to load. Ah, so I don't have anything here. I shall copy the right one. Oh, my bad. This this one. Go back to this. Okay, so this is the page I'm looking for. This is the script page I'm looking for. So we'll actually go back to this and make sure that the rule is set. So the rule was set for the other sales funnel. So let's set the rule here too. So go to add rule, go to trigger this. Okay. Then for the action, we'll go to subscribe to campaign, and we'll go to Nike shoes, and we'll go to save rule. All right, so we actually also automated it here. Oh, let's see. An error here. It says user the limits. So before this can work, let's go and remove it from the other one. We can basically need to delete this. That's why if you're using free plan, there's so many things. We are limited to so many things. So come back here, select the space page, automation rule, add the trigger, this action, subscribe them to campaign, click on Nike shoes, come here, save. Once I'm done saving, okay, so I'll copy the link, go back to my second browser. Okay, it's open here. It's already open here. So let me see the email that's logged in here. Okay, so I have this email. So go to my, okay, I'll say Fred, Fred, and the email. This is, which is this. Then I'll go to get it now. If I click on get it now, it's going to bring me to the thank you page. Okay, so and this is our uh, social icons, which can lead the subscribers either to our Facebook page, Instagram, and other things, depending on where you want them to go from here. So, but if you don't want them to go beyond this, you can actually leave this. If you want them to go during your design for the thank you page, you're actually going to make these buttons clickable, make these icons clickable, so you can be able to redirect them to your social media handles. All right. So let's go ahead and check if we had any lead. So coming back to our dashboard, if you go back to our dashboard, so let's go to our dashboard and see. This is our main dashboard. Let's go this. Okay. Okay, so boom, we'll have a lead. I had 7 leads, 6 leads before. Now I have 7. Then if you watch here, you will see the new contacts that's entered. So you can basically go to contacts. You can go to contacts. If you go to contact, you see the time and the date the person registered. So let's see if we're able to get the email. The email was able to trigger. Okay, so coming back to this, I'm going to go to my inbox. I'll refresh. Let me reload. So sometimes it takes some delay. So you have to wait for it. Let's wait for it a little. Then you can also explore your spam just to make sure that it's not on the spam box. Now, so while waiting for this, you can also confirm if the email was sent. If the email was sent, so how do you check that? Come back here to your dashboard. So let's go back to the campaigns and see if the email was sent. So campaign, open the campaign name. Okay, so we have 1 contact, but the email was not sent. See here, the email was not sent. Look at it here. The 0 email sent. So what happened? So let's check. Let's go back to our sales funnel and see why the email was not sent. So go back to this Nike, go back to the automation rule and see if, let's go to edit rule. Actions, so save rule. Let's see. Okay, so let's go back to the campaign. Okay, see, an email has been sent. An email has been sent. So let's go and check if the user received the email. So here is the email inside the inbox. we'll have Stanley come here. So this is the email. It says, hello, Fred, and so on and so forth. So this is the email that was sent to me. So this is basically how this email marketing works. And if you come back here, this email now, the second one is going to be sent after 1 day because it has a delay. So this is basically how to automate your email. You can actually go ahead and to automate after more follow-up emails, and life goes on from here. Okay, so can I